right?
Right.
Sure. So there's something else that I think was a very major part of 2020, which were masks. So what do you
Hmm.
think about that specific trend? I think those literally became like the sneakers of 2020.
Hmm.
So um, for us also actually Rising On started with this. We started with masks. The very first thing I made on my machine was a mask. And having just graduated from FIT with my thesis collection, we'd used reflectives and everything, and that's kind of how we combined our reflective masks and we put them on our friends, and that's actually how we started. And there was this like that's how it really like boosted kind of this idea that we're doing some cool masks, and like you said, they're the sneakers of 2021. Like people want to wear the coolest and coolest of masks, and
Yeah.
they want to have something different on their face every single time.
And it's also like I mean, I would say it's an essential at this
True.
point. You cannot. And now, because people have like started to step out quite a, like, they're kindly warming up to the idea of stepping out. A mask is so important. It's more important than your clothes. So of course, making it look the best for like that first impression, more than your face, also it's the mask that shows. So that first impression counts. It's just true because of the mask, how your mask looks, I guess.
I think that's something that Avishi can also talk about pretty extensively. She has
So
been like,
I
yeah,
completely agree with them. It's like your first impression now, because now the first thing you notice instead of the sneakers are the mask
true.
now. So I completely agree, but like I think that's how being a streetwear brand, and we just completed a year when the COVID happened. So for me, I think I have this habit of saving all the waste fabric, and that's a habit that's going on from college, because I just feel the fabric is too pretty to throw away.
True.
So I save up the fabric, and when this happened, I think we were the first designers or the second designers to actually come up with uh, upcycling face mask,
Yeah.
with whatever material. So, whether it was a PU also, we still used it. Whether it was PU, whether it was reflective, whether it was lycra, there was nothing that we said, okay, this can't be used in a mask. We used everything in the mask. And I think that today also for me, I think is doing so well, touch wood,
True.
that, people are more keen on buying really fashionable masks as compared to just normal plain masks. So I think that has become a trend now. But I really hope, like, the normal trends may, overpower the face mask trend now, because it's time for
Eventually,
the
yeah,
face
they
mask to
should.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. I think ADK became like a synonym for like the coolest mask in town. There
To
was
be
a time.
very honest, I think I'm very grateful for it. I think because when we started it out, I think we took permission as well from the government. We were the first ones to do it. So for me, I think it was like a responsibility,
True.
more than just creating a fashion statement.
I think to an extent, pretty much all of us made those efforts, because I remember
Yeah.
talking to Dhruv also, who was like, those people. He was like running around to get those licenses for PPs, and Rishabh likewise as well. So
Yes,
I
sir.
remember that space, and we were also like just trying to figure out ways, because, like through from my family also, we used to be into this whole domain of disposable masks and stuff like that. So you're also constantly pushing out, and I think responsibility wise, pretty much anyone and everyone who's over here and probably who's watching, we've made our efforts. So yeah,